Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the Flagmakers. This is a pretty short documentary. It technically counts as a short. It is only 36 minutes long, and so it's a real quick watch, and if you're an American, you want to be an American, or you love being an American, or you don't. This is something that's worthwhile watching. It's from 2022. Like I said, it's 36 minutes long. It is National Geographic documentary, and it's made by Sharon Leese and Cynthia Wade, co-directing and creating this. We think about, we see American flags everywhere. We kind of take them for granted, especially around the 4th of July and Independence Day and everything else. And we're kind of the United States is kind of a unique animal in this. And yeah, every country has flags, but I know, growing up myself, we just figure they just come from they're just there. Who makes them? Do the machines make them, or do they just show up on our doorstep, hanging from a pole or whatever? This is we growing up in elementary school, kindergarten, whatever, preschool even. We start our day with the Pledge of Allegiance. It's a fairly unique thing. I think it really only started in the 50s, I believe, 40s or 50s. It's not a thing that has always existed since America started. Let's just say that. I think it started in a time when we were very much pushing back against communism and things like that. I could be wrong. It's something I didn't learn here from this, but something I remember hearing about in the past. This takes us to Oak Creek, Wisconsin, to the Eder Flag warehouse. It's a warehouse. It's a business that makes flags. They make over 5 million flags a year alone. So odds are, if you've seen a flag, held a little flag, saw a big flag waving high on a giant pole somewhere, including one at the Statue of Liberty, odds are it was made in this facility in the middle of America, the heart of America in Wisconsin, and it's got some fascinating origins. It's hard to not be political when talking about this. Regardless of your political beliefs, I'm going to tell you this right now, it's worthwhile watching. Whether you agree with it, it doesn't try to take sides or anything else, but it does put what these people do into context with modern politics, with modern the tenor of society in the United States right now. What does a flag mean? And why does it mean so much to us the way we see it? To some people it is a holy relic. It is a holy thing. I know that if you have an American flag, I have plenty of friends and family who have been in the military. If you have a flag, you never let it touch the ground. If it touches the ground, you pick that thing up. You got to make sure you don't leave it out in the rain. You take care of that flag. I've seen lots of tattered flags outside of homes over the years, or businesses over the years that have been just sort of forgotten. And it's even to me, who I don't see it as a holy relic. I see it as a great symbol for a country that can be great. That's a very sensitive way of putting that. It is great. It can be better. Nothing wrong with being better than you are right now, improving yourself, even as a country. What we see in this film is, and it's surprisingly not preachy in any way, but like I said, it does hold up a mirror to those who hold the flag the tightest as a symbol of righteousness, as a symbol of being the best in the world. They see it as something that is representative of a certain type of American, of a certain race or religion or creed or origin or ethnicity or orientation. There's some people's mind there are true Americans and then there are not. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't look at this right here, only one of these people was born in the United States. These flags in the middle of Wisconsin are made by an incredibly diverse group. White, U.S. born, black, U.S. born, people from Serbia, from Armenia, from Mexico, from Puerto Rico, from Iraq, Syria, or Algeria, sorry. Did I say Algeria? I think I didn't mean Armenia. I meant Algeria. From all over. These are the people who sew the stars and stripes on the American flag. They're the biggest providers, sewers, and builders of flags and flagpoles in America. Period. It's no small feat. They give you a look at what goes into placing every single one of those 50 stars on that flag. A lot of these people came to America not because, hey, it's a whim, or I'm going to ruin America with my colored skin and other religions. No, that is not why they came here. As some people seem to think, these people have come for a better life from their family, usually running from war, from devastation. One woman had to leave Puerto Rico because of the hurricanes and everything else that destroyed everything she knew. Many times the story you hear from a number of different people were, oh yeah, we met, and my wife is from Algeria and I'm from Syria. We met in Syria, and we moved to Iraq, and then we just, war was coming. We saw war was coming. Serbia, same thing. This woman, I think, was from Serbia, left decades ago, knowing that war was coming. And where do you go? Yeah, there's options. There's other democratically aligned countries in the world, obviously. But who holds up as the greatest country in the world? Which country is often touted as the one where your family can grow up safe and without fear? We can't necessarily say that so much these days. When just kids can't even go to school or church or a concert these days, adults or kids, without fear of death in many cases. It's not like war, where tanks and bombs and everything else are constantly flying, but it is relatively much safer than any of those places that I listed where these people have fled. And you get to see their stories, you get to hear their stories. You get to learn a little bit about who they are. These are not actors. They're not portraying a type of person or a person from those areas of the world. They are those people. And yes, when it comes to certain situations, since this is 2022, you can imagine the certain recent things that were happening that take place over the course of this documentary. I think at the beginning of this filming, there was no pandemic yet. COVID was not even a thing. And there was no George Floyd. There were no marches. There were no insurrections in the Capitol, January 6th. When you see somebody who makes these flags that are representative of something better, and you see a man assembling a flagpole, and they cut to footage of another man beating a police officer almost to death with a flagpole that he more than likely assembled. Yeah, it's going to have an effect. In fact, that one guy, he said one of the most important things in this film. Other than the fact that he makes flags, sews flags, builds flagpoles. It's different parts of the team. I think he's a guy who assembles the flags. he doesn't. He and his wife and their children, there in Wisconsin, they don't own a flag. They don't fly a flag in their own home. Yet he spends his day and nights, his every day, every work day, putting together flags and flagpoles for people to use around the country, for parades, for hanging outside of police stations or government buildings or the Statue of Liberty, or anywhere around this country. He said, "I love my country." But it's hard when you often see that your country does not love you back. And that is something that you see with a lot of these people who go to work building the symbol of a righteous people, of people who love their country, no doubt. Regardless of your political affiliation, you may assume that the other side does not love America. That is not the truth. I think everybody wants an America that, I can't say everybody, but I can say a lot of people want an America that is great for all people. There's other people who want America great for just them, or some. These people look past that, and despite how they feel, despite their experiences. One man, he and his family had moved from Iraq and fleeing war once again, and he was just standing in a Walmart one day with his children. The man walks up to him, and the next moment he's on the floor. He doesn't know why. He's literally holding his daughter, and a man attacks him. He never even had a chance to, he didn't even realize he had gone unconscious for a number of minutes while his children were crying and screaming around him, and his wife was yelling for security. Because he's brown? Because the color of his skin? Because of the country he came from? Because of the language he speaks? It shouldn't be America. That shouldn't be America. I'm not going to get preachy myself here, but the very thing that they have fought so hard to become a part of, to build the structure, the fabric of America, to become a part of the fabric of America, often rejects them, often treats them as less than. And that it's not America. So I think this is a fascinating documentary. It puts it in perspective much better than I can say it here. I know I can get a little preachy, I guess, or philosophical, or whatever you want to call it. You can probably disagree with me or hate me for this. I don't know. I don't care. The point is that this puts a few things in perspective, I think, and it's worthwhile checking out. It's heartbreaking at times, and you get to see. This is an area that it's built up of I shouldn't say native. Let's just say U.S. born Americans. It's immigrants. It's refugees. It's a number of people coming together to make the symbol of America that is beloved by so many, despite everything that they get thrown at them, the hatred they get, the fear they feel. They want to make it better, and they kind of hope others do too. It's worthwhile checking out. 36 minutes. It's not too much of your time. If you're going to watch a documentary of anything, there's a lot of documentaries on National Geographic, on Disney Plus right now. If you're somebody that cares about America, cares about its people, honestly, the flag is great. Like I said, I don't feel that it's a holy thing that should be treated as a symbol of God. It is not. It is not. I think the people of America are so much more important than the flag itself. But let's live up to what the flag is supposed to represent. That would make America great. Yeah. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
477.
477. Speaking of documentaries, excuse me, no edits. 477, we got another documentary, and it's wild. We only have a few more. It's only 2 wilds, as far as I know, unless we get new ones added. This is just generically wildlife. You know, that might be about wildlife. I don't know if it's a series or if it's a single thing or whatever, but we'll find out soon enough. Tomorrow, wildlife on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you then.